I don't know how many of you all know who this is, but he is my favorite player in the sport of football. So let's imagine this. If I go to his home and ask him, Messi, let me in your home, do you think he'll allow that? No, because he does not know who I am. Same, let's imagine this, be going at the gate of heaven and asking God, let me in your home. Do you think he will allow that? Unless and until this, let's look at Matthew chapter 7 and we'll see if God will allow us in his kingdom or no. In Matthew chapter 7, Jesus talks about a parable, and then we see in verse of 21, Matthew chapter 7, it says, not everyone that saith unto me, Lord, Lord, shall enter into the kingdom of heaven, but he that doeth the will of the Father which is in heaven. So, not everyone who calls God, Lord, Lord, will enter into the kingdom of heaven, but he that doeth the will of the heavenly Father. Then it says in verse 22, many will say unto me that day, Lord, Lord, have I not prophesied in thy name? In thy name have cast out devils. In thy name had done many wonderful works. Then in verse 23, Jesus says, then will I profess unto them, I never knew you. Depart from me, ye that work iniquity. Now imagine the God who has created us, the God who knew even before we were born, he knew our name, the God who knows the number of hairs on our head. Do you think God saying to us, depart from me, I never knew you? Now what is the catch here? We see that because they worked iniquity in their life, God said unto them, I never knew you. I never knew you. Let me take you to a verse in 1 John chapter 2 and verse 3. Here it says, and hereby we do know that we know him if we keep his commandments. So if we keep God's commandments, we know him. Then in verse 4 it says, he that said unto me, he that said, I know him, and keepeth not his commandments, is a liar, and the truth is not in him. If I say, I know Jesus, I know my God, but if I don't profess to keep his commandments, to do his will, I do not know him. I am simply being a liar. If I say and profess, I know my God, but I don't keep his commandments, I am a liar. Let me take you to a verse where Jesus says, Jesus is ready to call us his friend. In John chapter 15, in John chapter 15 and verse 14, it says, Jesus speaking, he says, ye are my friends if ye do whatsoever I command you. God is ready to make us his friend only until we keep his commandments and obey him. This is my topic today. Do we know God? We might say, yes, I believe in my God, but even the devils believe in Jesus. Even the devils know that Jesus is there. That will not save us. Just believing in God will not save us. But to profess and to keep his commandments, to do his will, to keep the character of Christ in us, to perform his works, will make a relationship between us and the Heavenly Father. Now let me bring to you this story. A story of a man from US named Tim Samaras. Now let me tell you about this man. He is a man who is a storm specialist, who knows everything about storm, who studies tornadoes. He died in 2013. Now the story of him goes like this. He is a storm specialist. He knows how much damage a storm can create, how much destruction a tornado can create. He is a storm chaser who will go behind storms, studying over them, following them. He knows wherever the storms will be created, he'll go and follow it. Then you see in his story, he goes with his son and his one member of his team, and he goes and he follows the storm, and suddenly they don't know where the storm went. What happens is he finds out that he's in the middle of the tornado, and that tornado kills him. Now what does this tell me is, no matter how much we know about the event, no matter how much we may know about the storm, no matter how much we may know about the Bible, no matter how much we study of the Bible, we may still die if we don't profess to keep his word. If I keep on preaching about the end times, if I keep telling about Jesus' soon coming, but if I still don't profess to keep his commandments, to do his will, I may be lost. Make sure that you know Jesus and that you will profess to keep his commandments and his will, and do his will and complete his work. Thank you.